Hello everybody, welcome to Ash's Tarot. I am Ash, and in today's video we're going to be looking at what you are manifesting in 2022. So over here we have pile number 1 with blue kyanite, and then pile number 2 we have some blue goldstone, and pile number 3, this is just a stone that I found on the beach, but it seems though that it's very representation of yin and yang energy. So we're going to start with a quick minute meditation. If you already know what pile you want to choose, go ahead and skip to the timestamps down below. Otherwise, join me for a quick minute meditation. Alright, if you chose pile number 1, welcome to your pile. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards. So over here we're going to see what you're manifesting that you're currently aware of. Then we're going to see what kind of manifestations are coming through to you that you might not be aware of. Then we're going to just see when your manifestations are going to begin coming into fruition, and then we'll finish off with the overall energy of your 2022. So we're going to start with what you're manifesting that you're currently aware of. So you have Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands, I can see Ace of Wands in reverse. I can see that you're manifesting sort of a new beginning, a new fresh start for yourself, right? It's that whole new year, new me. And that's like this year, you're like, okay, new year, new me. And I can also see that maybe there's some projects that are manifesting for you in 2022. So if you are someone that wants to start something very passion-oriented in 2022, this is going to be a good year for those passion projects, for those different creative endeavors that are coming for you. We're going to see what you're manifesting that you're currently unaware of. So we have the Four of Swords. So in the Four of Swords, I can see that in 2022, you're manifesting liberation. So in your past, or even now, there might be things that have weighed you down, or sort of, that's why I feel like too, the Ace of Wands is in reversed, almost like there's this sort of stagnant rut that you may find yourself in from time to time, and that's why it's like these projects and these new beginnings are very important for you, because you're like, I want to get out of this rut. I don't want to be here anymore. So I can see that although those things that you want are coming forth for you in 2022, you're having more of a sense of like relief and liberation of your own sense of identity and sense of well-being, because you no longer are going to feel like you're in a rut all the time. Obviously, from time to time, it's normal ebb and flow of life to go into certain periods where you're not feeling creative or you're not feeling in tune to do what you have to do, but more so it's just like for you in 2022, the biggest manifestation that's going to come from you is a new sense of feeling, a new sense of well-being, a new sense of emotion. We're going to see when these manifestations are sort of coming to fruition. So we have the World. In the World, I can see for some of you, you have really wanted to travel, right? And a lot of you have, like, travel has been on hold, but maybe there's going to be a place for you in 2022 that you go to, you know, that you've wanted to go to for a long time. So this is my pile that really is going to manifest travel in 2022, as well as they're coming to fruition to you, all your manifestations, a sense of relief, new project, this new sense of identity, through the completion of a cycle, because the World is very much the completion card, the completion of an old cycle. So it's like you're going to be closing out a chapter, I feel like at the beginning to April, sort of like January to April, where you're closing out this old cycle of yourself. You're closing, you know, this might be closing out a partnership or a relationship that's no longer working, or maybe even for some of you, it would be like May, you're closing out like working, or you're closing out finishing school. So that's like these big life changes, because major arcana represents our major life changes, where our minor arcanas sort of represent our day-to-day. So I can see that when you complete this cycle, whether this be a relationship, whether this be finishing school, whether this be leaving a job, you're going to have these major, like the Ace of Wands is going to be upright, and you're going to have like these new beginnings and fresh starts and like passion bursts constantly throughout 2022 through the completion of this cycle, because you're ready, right? It's like this sense of liberation. That's why I do feel like some of you are in school, because it's just like you're ready to be done for college and for high school, even like graduating high school, graduating college, because you're ready to be done. And it's just like the swords are sort of lifted up, right? You're not feeling weighed down heavily anymore by whatever it is that sort of has you stuck in almost a cycle. And when I say cycle, never think of it as a bad thing, right? Because we have to go through certain things, and it's through that resistance, through that push, through that perseverance that we truly learn, what steps we do need to take. That's where we find inspiration in the ordinary. So your manifestations are coming to you through the beginning of the year, as well as when you complete a cycle. So with manifestations, it's really action oriented, right? So it's like you have a feeling, you have a way you want to do things, or a goal that you want to do, but you need to have that second part, that masculine force, where it's like you take action on it. You take action. So it's just like, if some of you are in a relationship that you're not happy with, this would be indicating that, you need to close out that cycle. You need to take the action and the initiative to get past that, so you can have that fresh start, as well as like you need to persevere through school or through a job or through whatever it is for you in order to have that completion of a cycle. And we always know when our cycles are completing. It's the natural life and death cycles, where it's just like, sometimes you'll be in the life, but you'll be in like the fall phase, right? Where the leaves are falling off and everything is sort of dying out around you, but you still need to finish that last little bit of the fall season of your own inner seasons in order to truly shed what needs to be shed, so that you can grow again in that spring phase of your own life. All right, and now we're going to see sort of what the overall energy around you in 2022 is. So we have the Lovers card. So yeah, for some of you, I definitely feel in 2022, you're manifesting true love. So this feels like soulmate connection. This feels like almost like twin flame connection too. Where it's just like, that's why I feel like there might be a relationship, or maybe in like the near past, there was a relationship that wasn't really working out, that kind of left you down, right? Where it's like, no, in 2022, you're manifesting that person that you can fly with, freedom, right? Maybe that person that you can travel with, that you always dreamed of, is what is manifesting for you in 2022. And for those of you not interested in getting into a new relationship, or, you're very happy in your partnership now, I can see that the Lovers card really indicates self-union with yourself, right? So the completion of a cycle could be the completion of an inner cycle, the completion of letting go of a family wound, letting go of something that has been weighing you down. And the Lovers is indicating like, okay, like you're uniting with yourself, you're uniting with your passion, you're uniting into the sense of liberation. So for some of you, this is going to occur with someone externally, but for some of you, this is just going to be an incomplete internal transformation, right? Where it's like that new year, new me energy, where you want that new part of yourself. You want that inner wild woman, inner wild man, inner wild person to be let out and to roar into the world, into what it is that you dreamed of. Now we're going to get into some of your oracle cards to see what you're manifesting further. Let's see. So we're going to start with these ones. So we have Trusting Heaven, you are safe, angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So yeah, in Archangel Michael, it's trusting that whatever you need to let go of, whatever you need to shed, whatever you need to complete within your life, to trust in that, to understand that your concerns, you can surrender them now, because you can allow your manifestations to come through, right? But with the red color, it's really in like placing over the Ace of Wands that is very red, in order for these very passionate sparks of creativity and intuition to birth, you need to ground down your energy, right? And grounding down our energy also relates to finishing the cycles, you know, finishing and being sure in ourselves and in our decisions. So we also have psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See the truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So yeah, there's some of you that are definitely making a big decision going into 2022 and throughout 2022. But then there's also some of you who your third eye is just opening to what it is that you want out of life. Sometimes we don't even know what we want to manifest. Sometimes we're not even sitting there thinking like, oh, I want this, because we're caught up in the day-to-day life of being busy, essentially. So now it's just like, I feel like in 2022, with the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands was reversed, it's that indication of slowing down to see, okay, what is it that I actually want? What truth do I want to embody? What truth do I want to live with? What truth do I want to follow? Now let's get some of these. So we have telepathy, grateful optimism, and bright heart light. So with telepathy, I can see in communication, this is really communicating with yourself and communicating with your guides about, okay, what path should you take in life? Because for a lot of my pile number ones in 2022, it's this turnaround of your life. I keep saying it, new year, new you, where it's this turnaround of your life where you're changing even your perception, you're changing your way of life, you're changing who you surround yourself. So it's going to take a lot of energy and making sure that you're following that communication with the universal life force, right? Following the signs, so to say, the signs of, are you going in the right direction? And it's not even the path of least resistance, because the path of least resistance doesn't mean that you're on the right path. Because when we're on the right path, we're still going to occur challenges, because that is what helps us level up. That's what helps us gain a better perception on the world, a better perception on ourselves. So it's through everything that in 2022, you're manifesting sort of a joyous view of the future too, where it's like this completion of an old cycle helps you have faith in a new one, helps you have faith in what is to come, you know? And then bright heart light, open connections in 2022, especially with the Lovers card too, right? Your heart chakra is just opening. Your heart chakra is opening to, because this woman is standing there with her hand over her heart, and it's just like the message I trust comes through. And this goes back to trusting heaven, where it's trusting in yourself, trusting in your decisions, and trusting in who it is that you're calling into your life. And then we have two. We have the Earth Keeper and Stand Still. So yeah, in a way, you're unconsciously, not unconsciously, but unaware of manifesting a standstill. And we've talked about this a lot with the ruts and everything, but it's the standstill so that you can sit back. Once again, we've said this, sit back so you can think about, okay, what do I want? What do I want? That is what you're manifesting, is time to actually think. And that's why I feel like some of you are in school, some of you are in a very demanding job where it's just like, you don't have time to think. And like that, when you don't have time to think, you don't have an open, clear channel to think about, okay, what do I want to be living? Like, right, how do I feel in my day-to-day life? How do I feel in my current situation? So that is why it's very important that you are manifesting this standstill. You're manifesting this time to be able to think. And it's just like this whole nother door. It's like this, you're walking through this other door, and it's just like, I can envision someone sitting on a mountaintop looking over and being like, wow. That's why also with travel, heavily I feel like travel is coming through for my pile number ones manifesting in 2021. I'm sorry, 2022. And I'm going to read Earthkeeper from the book. We're going to see what Earthkeeper has for you. So it says, Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember, everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. So it says you have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. So what you're manifesting in 2022 is definitely beyond just yourself. What you're manifesting is going to impact more than just yourself. But you have to remember to keep an open heart, to keep an open mind, and to see the truth for what it is so that you can manifest the highest good for all. But most importantly, this is a reminder that you can have the world. The world isn't just indicating the completion of the cycle, but it's indicating what you are able to manifest. And you're my pile that has a very strong manifestation gift if you give your time to actually think about what do I want, and then show a little great optimism for where you're at and take action on the things that you need to do. Now we're just going to see some loving guidance. It says blessings from the son of Hanapacha. And we're going to read that one from the book as well, just because with these cards, the books and the original creators of the decks have such profound words and meanings, and I just like to be able to get that out into the collective, because they say it better than I can. So it says, Condor swiftly bring the will of great spirit to earth. Through the gift of powerful medicine, despite great odds, even in the face of what may appear to be an inevitable defeat, extraordinary triumph is at hand. This is the prophecy of resurrection, of the rising up of what was thought to be lost. It shall happen with unexpected and surprising swiftness. Your divine destiny is now held in the guiding hand of a great spiritual masters. So it says, condors are born with their eyes open but do not have the vocal cords to speak. You have always seen clearly. Trust in this. Even if you struggle to find the words to express that all you see, condors reveal emotion through changes in their skin color. This is a reminder to trust what your body is telling you. Your bodily intuition is a form of wisdom. You have a spiritual connection to the cosmic Christ consciousness, the universal sacred heart seeking to awaken itself in humanity. Your divine life purpose involves assuming the role of a leader, guide, healer, and earth warrior for love on this planet in your own unique way. An inviolable spiritual protection surrounds you. So through whatever you are trying to manifest, whatever you are manifesting in 2022, you're protected. With trusting heaven and trust in yourself and saying that spiritual support surrounds you, this is indicating that you are supported through it all. And this is also relying to your third eye is open. You always have known the truth, and now it's just time to take action on the truth. And especially pay attention in 2022. Pay attention now. What is your bodily intuition telling you, like this said? If you get stomach aches ever, that's an indication. If you ever, but on a positive sense, it's just like, those are our guardian angels, right? There's this quote that goes around on Pinterest sometimes where it's like, gut feelings are guardian angels, because they're here to intuitively tell us what directions we should take. So these are the signs. I feel like for more than anything, the signs that we were talking about earlier for you come through to you in your body, in your physical form, rather than what you see externally. It's those dreams you have, it's those visions you have, it's those feelings in your body. So pay attention to all this so that in 2022, you really strengthen that trust with yourself, and you strengthen your trust with the life that you want to live. This is all that I'm seeing for my pile number ones. Thank you so much, and have a happy new year, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, my pile number 2, so welcome to your reading. We're going to jump right into the tarot. So this is going to say what you're manifesting that you're aware of, what you're manifesting that you're currently unaware of, when your manifestations will sort of come to fruition, And then the overall energy of your 2022. So we're going to see what you're manifesting that you're currently aware of. So the Sun of Pentacles is indicating to me that you're manifesting a slowdown. You're manifesting a slowdown because it seems as though with your energy, in the past or even currently in your life, you might sort of be going head first towards things without necessarily thinking them through. So it's just like this constant trucking on that you can't keep up with. So your manifestation is coming as the form of a slowdown of life, a slowdown of your surroundings, a slowdown to be like, fuck, like, where am I going in life? Where am I going? What am I doing? Because right now it's just sort of like, almost like this chaotic energy surrounding you where it's just like, what should I even be saying? What should I even be doing? Am I on the right path? Sort of questioning your every little bit. So what you're manifesting right now is a slowdown, because it's almost like this feeling of being burnt out. And remember that everything I say, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because you have free will to change things. And I'm only here to illuminate the current energy that comes out. So what you're manifesting is a slowdown, because it's like some sort of burnt out. In Sun of Pentacles or Knight of Pentacles, this could really indicate someone that works all the time or overindulges in work, a weakness, a boredom, all of that stuff. So you might be someone that overindulges in work, goes head on for things, and then burns yourself out. So it's just like you're manifesting, essentially hitting a wall as of right now. But we're going to look at what you're manifesting that you're currently unaware of. So you have Mother of Cups. And in Mother of Cups, I can see this is like the opposite spectrum, right? Like you have very masculine energy here where you're taking action, but it's almost like you're taking action in the wrong senses, where you have this idea or place where you want to go, this sort of end goal, and you're doing all the things you think you should be doing. And that's sort of where I'm feeling is wrong. Not wrong, but sort of feels like you've been led astray, because you're constantly putting pressure on yourself, like, where should I be going? What should I be doing? And it's this like shoulda, coulda, woulda, where it's just like, it doesn't always have to be shoulda, coulda, woulda, but more what intuitively do you feel like you need to do day in and day out? How are you feeling day in and day out? Is it where you want to be in life? Because sometimes where we think we need to be in order to get where we want is actually not the case. And it's just the lessons we learn along the way there that actually help us gain this Mother of Cups intuition. So more than anything, in 2022, you're manifesting a new perception. You're manifesting a new way to look at things from a very intuitive standpoint, almost like a very intuitive standpoint of just knowing, seeing, okay, two different directions. You might be someone that's like, okay, I see two different directions for my life. One, I could go this way, or one, I can go this way. The Mother of Cups is very visualization oriented. So you have that feminine energy that's very receptive, that's very open to knowing. And that's where it's like what you're manifesting and where you want to go will lead you to, is if you have time to rest and reflect on where it is you want to go. And then you have time to take oriented, decisive action to get to those places. So we're going to see when your manifestations are coming to fruition, because I do feel like you have some sort of, for you, it seems like a place or an end goal or an all-being of yourself that you're manifesting. That it's just like this little glimpse of a vision pops in your head sometimes, and you're like, that's where I want to be. That's where I want to go. And that is what you're manifesting. You know, whether that comes in today, whether that comes in a year from now, that is what you're manifesting. And with manifestation, and I'm going to tell all my piles this, it's two things, right? You need that both feminine and that masculine, because you need to understand and prepare and plan and think about what you want, but you also need to take action. It's not enough to just sit back and be like, the universe is going to hand it to me. For some things, yeah, but you still need that decisive intention, action going forth through your day-to-day base. So we'll see when this is coming for you. So you have Two of Wands reversed. So I can see that for some of you, this is coming at the end of recognizing unhappiness, because I feel like more than anything, You're manifesting happiness is what you're chasing after. Happiness or freedom or these states of well-being, these states of being that you're chasing and manifesting or attracting, so to say. So this is saying that your manifestations are coming forth for you when you make a decision to no longer be unhappy. So for some of you, this is indicating that you're in a situation, and I feel like for a lot of you, this is job oriented. This is very career oriented on where it is that you're unhappy. Obviously, take what you will, because we can get ourselves in a lot of situations that will make us unhappy within our lives. And sometimes for some of you, I feel like it's even a sense of perception where you are sort of holding yourself back. They say it's like you're your own worst enemy, where it's like that whole redirecting, right? That whole two paths with the Two of Wands. You have that one state of where you're going and where it's like you're not that happy, and then you have this other thing where it's like you know that is where you're supposed to be, that's where you're supposed to be going, but yet you keep verging on this other path because you don't necessarily know how to change it. But this is saying it's an internal change. It's an internal switch that it almost has to be flipped, this internal exploration in order to manifest that dream life that you are looking for. So this is just saying that the Two of Wands, your manifestations are coming forth when you decide, okay, I no longer want to be unhappy. I no longer want to go down this path or this situation that is defeating. And as you can hear, there's sirens in the background. So this is kind of like an indication, like a warning, a caution with this whole slowing down, redirecting your energy, redirecting your focus to where it is that you do want to be going. Now let's see what the overall energy for you is. Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles, I can see that you're blessed with the spider. I love the spider because they very remind me of the creator of their own web, the creator of their own life, the creator of their own world. And this is the energy for you. It's like your hard work is paying off in 2022. Sometimes it's the hard work of making a hard decision. Sometimes it's the hard work of persevering for something because you know that it's where you're supposed to be headed. But more than anything, this is kind of saying it's just like, you don't want to get caught up in your own web, so make sure you're weaving it the way you want to be weaving it so that you're not like smushed up in your own web, stuck. You want to be a clear channel going forth, able to climb through it all, able to climb and redirect your energy and get to where you want to be through your hard work. Okay, pile number 2s. I'm sorry, my camera died, but we're going to jump right back into it. And we're actually going to get into your oracle cards. So we're going to see what your oracle cards have for you. We have Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So this is actually So this is saying the Cloak of Wisdom, and you already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. This is where your intuition is really coming forth and manifesting for you. And it's sort of, you have the Anka too, right here, where the Anka is very illumination. So it's like things are being illuminated to you in 2022, as well as this card, the Two of Pentacles, was pertaining leaving a situation that you're no longer happy with it, and says do what you feel right. An important lesson is unfolding. So there's a lot of lessons that happen for you in 2021. There's going to be more to come in 2022, but it's the whole thing where it's leading you to that place you want to go, leading you to that clear web, because as you break through the lessons, as you learn the lessons, you can start to actually unfold and unpeel and untangle the webs that you have built up around your psyche, around your consciousness, you know, so that you can have that clear path. You can have that clear path that you're searching for. Let's see what Priestess of Lights have for you. It says precognition, psychic ability, and future vision. So this is once again indicating that you are my pile, that you have some sort of vision in mind, some sort of thing, place you know that you want to go to. And this is saying that is what you are manifesting more than anything. You're manifesting that vision that is in your mind's eye. As well as for some of my pile number 2s, you're actually manifesting your spiritual gifts, your spiritual soul gifts in 2022. So if you're someone that's super interested in developing your psychic abilities, you're developing what has been passed down, because we actually have sacred purpose, eternal flame, and ancestral legacy. So I can see that for you, these gifts that are coming forth for you in 2022 have been passed down through bloodlines. And one of them that is the main one I'm seeing coming through for you is precognition. This card here. So it's because we had that in the Mother of the Cup too, right? Where it's like being able to see, and that whole vision thing, it's you getting premonitions, you getting things through your dreams, through your visions. You very clairvoyant is the energy surrounding my pile number 2s, as well as other stuff. So this is just going to be a year, 2022, where you explore the self, you explore your spiritual nature, as well as like that whole masculine, feminine, not in a gendered way, but in an energy way. You're exploring the both sides of yourselves. That business side, that action-oriented, as well as that receptive, mystical, mysterious side of yourself. So with sacred purpose, it's definitely indicating what is passed down from your bloodlines, what is in your blood that is leading you to where you are going in 2022, to your manifestations. And everything that you're manifesting in 2022, everything that you've already been through is bigger than you. It's your ancestral purpose, where you are going. You, so to say, like I see a lot on the internet, people saying, you know, breaking the cycles, breaking the generational cycles. You're the one for your family line that is breaking those generational cycles and stepping into a new wave of life. So obviously it's going to be scary. And maybe that's simply what it is the path where it's just like this version of yourself. You can go like the rest of your family, or you can go in this way that your ancestors are illuminating for you, in this way that this is my black sheep pile. This is definitely very much so the black sheep of the family. So take that into consideration. Let's see what mystical shaman. Flow. So once again, this very water element for you, this very water element of flowing with life, flowing the way things have been taking you. And that's where it's like listening to your intuition, because our intuition very much reminds me of water. And you're just going to have a lot of lessons of like, should I go this way or should I go this way in 2022? And that's completely fine. That's going to what helps you get out of old cycles of running in the same cycle over and over and over. Because you also have you already know the answer you seek, trust what you know. You have an Ouroboros, which means it's an ancient alchemic, oh, I said that so wrong. An ancient symbol of alchemy indicating completion of a cycle. So you have some sort of thing in 2022 that is ending for you. With this Two of Wands in reverse, with just saying you're running in cycles, you're running in a rut, and with this Ouroboros here, as well as do what you feel right, an important lesson is unfolding. So this is just saying flow with life, flow with what you know, and to allow your manifestations to come to fruition. As well as you might be a group that likes to work with water. So maybe spend some time on new moons and stuff, taking baths, sitting, relaxing, and allowing yourself to be receptive, allowing yourself to connect to different elements. I feel like for you, maybe you're very connected to fire or water. Those are the ones that are coming out the most. So whether it's lighting a candle, setting intentions, and scripting out, or laying in a bath and visualizing, okay, where do I want to go? You know, maybe visualizing yourself on the beach. You might be someone that is very interested in moving to the beach. You might be someone very interested, you know, you're interested in a lot of things. But I feel like once again, there's that specific thing coming through, and it's saying you already know the answer you seek. You already know what you're manifesting. That is my pile number 2's energy. It's like, you already know what you're manifesting. This was like, oh, I just need confirmation. I just need confirmation that, am I actually manifesting that? This is say trust. Trust what you know. Trust what you are manifesting. But this is just your reminder to do what you feel is right to get you to that place. Now, this is just going to be a loving guidance from our ancestors, spirit guides, all of those. So it says, stand in the light. I am going to read this message from the book. So it says, you are unique, you are a divine and beautiful being. You stand apart from the crowd. Sometimes this evokes jealousy or desire in others who want to possess your light and beauty as their own. You need never fear another or believe that they can harm you. Allow yourself to be true to who you are. Do not try to hide your inner light and beauty. You are meant to be seen. Your soul is nurtured and protected by your love for Great Spirit. Okay, so I can see that maybe there's some of you that are afraid to take a different path because you're afraid of what other people are going to say to you, whether this be family members or old friends. And my best loving advice for you is to open your heart and go full force at this new version of yourself, because there's going to be people that accept you and there's going to be people who don't, regardless of if you're doing what you're doing now or if you're living the life that you want to live. So choose to stand in your light and do what you want to do. Allow yourself to transform it into all that you can transform into. We're going to continue reading. It says, don't avoid the spotlight or try to hide yourself, nor dull your light to appease another of your own fears. Your true inner divine light and beauty is meant to help others. And the only way that can occur is if you allow yourself to fully be and express it. Do not shrink away from your magnificence when you feel challenged. Instead, step it up to an entirely new level of boldness. You have a gentle nature, but you are so strong. If you have become obsessed with the beauty or power of another, it's time to come back to your own divine beauty, to unearth it and explore it and express it and let it shine. Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. Okay, so as well as this vision in your mind eye, you too might look up to different people, whether these are people on YouTube, whether these are people on Instagram, whether these are celebrities, and you're like, I want to live that life. Like, why can't I be like that? And this is saying you can. But you can't get caught up in the possessions, the way things appear in the physical realm, because that's not truly what is going to lead you to where you need to go, right? This whole comparison thing. So it's saying loosen up on your comparison and tune into your own inner awareness, to your own inner emotions and your own inner abilities. And that's why gaining your spiritual abilities are going to be very important for you, because you're going to see from your mind's eye, not what you see on Instagram, not what you see these other, maybe you're someone that wants to go down a spiritual path, but you look at these spiritual gurus and you're like, I'll never be like them. But that's not true, because you hold a cloak of wisdom and a cloak of wisdom. You already know the answers you seek. You already know. You have a lot of divine, ancient wisdom within you to be shared and to be expressed with the world. So trust in that. Trust in your psychic ability and your future vision, in what you want on humanity to unfold in, and start sharing your message. Start sharing your message in different ways, whether this is to people you're close to in real life, or whether you do want to on Instagram or YouTube or Pinterest or anywhere really in the virtual realm, share your messages. Allow yourself to stand in your light and not be afraid. You are the black sheep, but you're the black sheep for the reason. You're the black sheep to be the change maker of your ancestral legacy. This is your sacred purpose. And that's why I feel like your purpose is going to merge into your career, going to merge into this new pathway, because it's that important for you. Like your mission that you came to this earth for is what you want to do day in and day out. And I feel like sometimes you look over the horizon and you're like, that's where I want to be, and maybe that's the image. So this is indicating just stand in your light, allow yourself to unfold your visions, and allow yourself to slow down and make sure you're on the right path, flowing with where you want to go. This is all I see for my pile number 2s. Thank you so much and have a happy new year. We'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, my pile number 3s, and welcome to your reading. We're going to see what you are manifesting in 2022. Okay, so we're going to start with your tarot cards. Over here, we're going to see what are you manifesting that you're currently aware of, what you're manifesting that you're currently unaware of, when your manifestations are going to be coming to fruition, and the overall energy around your 22 and your manifestations. So let's see what you're manifesting that you're currently aware of. So we have 4 of Wands reversed. So in this 4 of Wands, I can really see that you're manifesting almost like a new home, because, and if you hear in the background, that's just my cat eating, don't mind him. So we have here, you're manifesting a new home, because there's something about your home or your environment or your living space right now that's unstable. It's like it's not a great foundation for you, and where you're really rooting, whether this be because of who you live with or where you actually live. So maybe for some of you, you're going to be making the transition in 2022 to move states, to move countries, to move to a new sort of land or terrain that's different from what you're used to. And for some of you, you're just manifesting moving out of a house with people that aren't stable for you. So you might have roommate problems, or you might be living with someone that's very toxic to your energy and you guys just clash. So the overall energy is what you're manifesting is a new home, a new foundation, and some new energy for you, some new energy. Let's see what you're manifesting that you're unaware of. So yes, you have 10 of Swords reversed. So in this 10 of Swords, I can see that you're manifesting what you're currently aware of. Maybe even for some of you, you're actually unaware that you will be manifesting this because you've gotten to a point where it's like, how? Like with the way the world is going on, I feel like a lot of us collectively have unstable roots, unstable foundations, whether that be our home life or our internal awareness, our internal energies. So for some of you, this is simply saying your internal energies aren't stable, aren't properly foundation. So this is saying that you're manifesting in 2022 relief from this. You're manifesting an end to your suffering, so to say, an end to it all. So if you're someone that's been suffering, whether this is from roommate problems, whether this is internally that you're suffering, in 2022, you're manifesting an end to this. So even if you don't see that coming, know that it is. Know that there is hope and light on the horizon for you. But we're going to get into farther when these manifestations of a move or a new beginning, a new foundation, because with foundations, this could also be work related, relationship related, sort of that new energy of where you're going. See when these manifestations are coming through. Okay. So you have 4 of Pentacles. And in the 4 of Pentacles, I can see that these manifestations are coming through for you. In time, it's going to take time because I feel like a lot of you, this is going to be an internal journey of letting go. Because you might be living with someone that you were friends with for a long time that is just like, you don't want to let go of that friendship or relationship, or maybe you live with your parents and your finances aren't all that good, so you're like, how am I going to move, right? So this is going to come about when you let go sort of holding on to your finances too much. You might have a wound of holding too much on your finances and being afraid to spend, being afraid to take risks, especially because I feel like for some of you, either you're going to be finding a partner and moving in with that partner or that relationship, or there's a lot of you that are going to be solo moving on your own, starting something completely from your own foundation up. So with this 4 of Pentacles, I can see that this is going to indicate that you need to take an internal journey of a leap of faith, essentially, a leap of faith of not holding on, being like, well, what if it fails? Like, what if I can't afford rent? What if I don't meet anybody? What if all these what ifs are running through your head, and this is perpetrating the cycle of suffering. So this is just saying like these manifestations are going to come to fruition to you when you're ready to take that leap, when you're ready to take that leap from suffering to belief, almost like this luminous belief of self, this belief in yourself that you actually have the power and the means to do so, because this is also saying like we have all these almost essentially energy cords wrapped around each thing, and it's saying that everything is intertwined, every single experience, every single thing, and it's just, if you're feeling called towards making a major life shift like this, there's a reason for that. You're energetically being pulled to certain situations. So maybe for some of you, you're energetically being pulled to a certain location. Your energetically being pulled there for a reason, right? Because there's people you need to meet there, things you need to accomplish, all of these reasons why you're energetically pulled, and we are energetically pulled to different things throughout our lives. So now we're going to see sort of the overall energy of your 2022. Okay, Yes. So you definitely are shifting out of the state of suffering, and more than anything, your overall energy is you're focusing on what you do have, right? So you are building up almost your confidence, you're building up your freedom in 2022. That's what's coming through more than anything, is like in 2022, you are manifesting freedom. You're manifesting freedom of self, freedom of expression, freedom of what it is that you actually desire to do. Especially with the horse energy here, but with the five of cups reverse, you can see you're really not focusing on what you don't have anymore, and you're not focusing on your current situations or your near past situations. Instead, you're fully focused on the present moment in 2022, and that is really like strengthening your manifestations, because as you're very present with where your life is, you're clear to go forward, you're clear to move into different directions, and instead of like, you can actually enjoy them, because you're not thinking like, well, blah blah blah, like, you know, what about what happened to me in the past, or what if I get stuck with similar people in the future. You're not focusing on any of that anymore. You're focusing on, okay, like, I created this, I was able to get myself out of this, essentially. So let's see what else you're manifesting in 2022. So you have the Myram, sacred vision, choose to forgive in order to heal, see the light in all, and remember that love has no boundaries. So yeah, for some of you, you definitely live with someone that is just like, they're driving you crazy. But it's saying choose to forgive in order to heal, right? Forgive them, because you can still be friends with someone, you can still love someone, you could, without actually having to live with them and spending time with them day in and day out, because it's just like that energy doesn't mesh. And that's okay, because you can have boundaries of being able to see those people again without totally ruining a relationship or a friendship or a familial relationship. You can still have that just without living, without that foundation, by being on your own, right? And sometimes it's like until we step away, we aren't able to actually see that. So now we're going to see also connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Yeah, so for some of you, you definitely live with your family still, whether this is like your guardians, your parents, your parent, your step-parent, whoever it may be, and it hurts you because, you know, that inner child when you live with your parents can definitely be hurt over and over and over again, or you can't even see your inner child wounds until you step away, because you're constantly in that defense mechanism. You have your defenses up ever since you were a child, and it's just like they're protecting you. So it's saying like stepping away and this new sense of freedom brings about that relief of suffering, because you're able to actually see the suffering that you endured, the suffering that you actually went through in life, and that's going to heal, or begin to heal at least, a certain pattern or wound that is in your family. So pay attention in 2022, you know, start to do that shadow work with your family. Like, what bothers you about your parents? What bothers you about your siblings? What bothers you about your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles? You know, sort of what do you agree with? What do you disagree with? But then also looking at the positive side, like, what does this specific side teach me? What does this specific side teach me? You know, are there any similarities? Are there any karmic patterns, karmic wounds that are sort of underlying, that overlap in my life? All that stuff. So you're manifesting sort of a deeper awareness of your childhood, a deeper awareness of your ancestral lineages, and sort of I feel like more than anything, more than their gifts, you're manifesting an understanding of the karmic wounds, and understanding of the karma of your family lineages. But you're manifesting this freedom from that, this breaking away. Let's see. We have twin flames, soul partner, and eternal connection. Okay, so for some of my pile number 3s, you are manifesting your twin flame in 2022. So this is said essentially to be the same person as you, just in a different body, right? Someone that reflects, and it's almost like they reflect that is actually what honestly could be initiating this understanding of karmic wounds, because they're able to mirror back to you certain pains and things that you went through so that you can heal from them, so that you can overcome them, but you can do so with light through forgiveness. And also, this is just maybe some of you are moving with your twin flame in 2022. Two different parts of the world, two different parts than your normal. And it's just this overall feeling of power awakening, right? Because you're meeting that one that you want to spend time with all the time. And your twin flame can come in a lot of different ways. This could be a relationship, a friendship, a teacher. Your twin flame doesn't necessarily always have to be romantic, but from certain indications that I have known in my own life, my twin flame is romantic. So take what you will and leave what you won't and see what comes through. But either way, a twin flame is coming for you in 2022. Let's see what else. It says brilliant, believes, luminous life force, personal power. So like I just said, personal power, right? 2022, you're initiating this new power of yourself, and it's coming from this sense of freedom, from this sense of being able to be like, all right, well, I'm going here. I'm starting these roots. I'm starting a new foundation for myself. Simply if this is starting over in a new place, in a new home, in a new relationship, in new friendships. But overall, it's just you're manifesting in 2022 your own life force, your own personal power, your own like strength. Like you're really manifesting your strength in 2022 and your ability to move forward with confidence, to move forward with power. And then you have miracles, ancient wisdom. So in 2022, you're going to be blessed with a lot of miracles, especially as you begin to heal, as you begin to forgive. You're going to be blessed with miracles and with deep understandings, because I feel like your miracles are coming. Like it says literally ancient wisdom. So your miracles are coming for you more so in, you have a lot of the miracles coming for you in physical form, but also in that internal form where it's through your mind, through your understanding, through your wisdom, through your personal experience. Because wisdom is essentially your personal experience, your life experience. So you're someone that's went through a lot of life experience, but you're also understanding your ancestors' life experience. Eagle, yes. So in 2022, you're manifesting a higher perspective. You're someone that's going to be able to see the bigger picture. And that's why I feel like in the past, you were someone that definitely focused on what cups, the half glass empty rather than the half glass full sort of thing. But in 2022, you're shifting and you're manifesting this new perspective of looking at things as the half glass full, as understanding what you do have, understanding what is coming forth for you. Ego is really just representing a higher perspective and also a bigger picture. So you're manifesting that bigger picture in 2022. You're manifesting what it is that you want, whether you're manifesting that foundation, that bigger picture where you're able to actually see, okay, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things. And then we're just going to see this. We're going to read this one from the book. It says, Anka, kin of the Red Hawk tribe. It says, on the wings of red-trailed hawk, a divine message comes. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted. Trust yourself and your destiny. You are ready. Trust in your sense of divine timing, which is excellent and inspire, and allow the divine to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fearlessly plunge into your forthcoming adventure. So yeah, this is definitely indicating that you're starting a new adventure. You're starting a new foundation in 2022. It's just you need to take time to actually decide, when do I want this suffering to end, right? When do I want this new freedom, this new foundation to begin? It says the divine message is here for you now, so be open to the signs from the universe. You are more mature spiritually than you may realize. You have an ability to share wisdom and honesty with your tribe. If you are still searching for your tribe, trust yourself. You will recognize them instinctively when you meet them, even if on the outside they seem different to you. You are seeing things clearly, so trust your vision and have patience. Speak your truth, but do so with compassion because your words have greater influence than you may realize. When the moment is right, take action. A way will be shown for you to manifest your spiritual light in this world in a practical way. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, this soul tribe, this spiritual tribe, this your person, your people that you've been searching for a long, long time. Because I feel like maybe you were like an outcast in life where it's just like you never sort of felt like you fit into friendships, into different groups, and you sometimes had to maybe mold yourself to certain groups where it's like you're manifesting your tribe, and part of this tribe, part of this soul work for you is your twin flame, is this person that can reflect back to you your full expression and allow yourself to be seen, allow yourself to be heard for who you are, right? It's like this new sense of this higher perspective of being able to see clearly again. And I am going to pull you one more Keeper of Light message. So I feel like there's one more for my pile number 3. Is there anything else my pile number 3 needs to know? What they're manifesting in 2022? Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So once again, this is indicating that you're manifesting your personal power. You're manifesting your sense of discernment, and you're manifesting your sense to actually know, to trust that you know. You have this wisdom. You have this wisdom of what your life is supposed to look like, what your life you have this sense of what your life and your truth look like. And that is what you're manifesting. You're manifesting that freedom of what your life looks like and the potentiality behind it all. The love behind it all, the unconditional love behind it all. In 2022, what my pile number 3 is, and what you are truly manifesting in 2022 is unconditional love. Unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for the universe, unconditional love for the people you surround yourself, because you're stepping into your personal power and attracting your tribe. You're going to be having friendships come through, your twin flames coming through, because you're breaking your old patterns and you're stepping into no longer these karmic cycles, but these soul-connected cycles. So you have a lot to look forward to in 2022. My pile number 3s, this is all I see for you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.